remember when I was locked up, and it was one of those days when I was just reflecting about me and the way people respond to me. The people that the people in prison, the guards, mainly the guards, just the way people started responding to me in there. And one thing I realized was that me being more aware, more conscious of me, and things making more sense to me, because there was a time when life just didn't make no sense to me. I had questions that couldn't be answered, and I questioned life, and I questioned God, I questioned the universe. It just didn't make no sense to me. And one thing I realized though was that, someone said that, like, once you come out of the door, you can never go back into once you come into the light, you can never go back into the dark. Well, I remember I told someone that my blessing and my curse is to understand. I have to understand. I need to understand. And I believe that when I was in a place one time, in such confusion and such pain and hurt, where I just stopped believing in so much. You know what I'm saying? And I remember that I wrote this letter to God, and it was really like a song, but it was a letter. I put it in the form of a song, but it was a letter. And all of these brothers used to want me to do it over and over and over, right? And I just was asking them all these questions because I needed to understand, and I lost my belief in man and anything man touched, any kind of book, any scripture, And in a way, come a time to where the first book I was able to read and it resonated with me in the Bible was the book of Ecclesiastes. And that book I've read a number of times. I would say probably at least 10 times I've read that whole book. And so Solomon began to really resonate with me. He also was an individual who needed to understand. And as I got to where I'm at, like right now, I'm an individual that when I just reflect back, like to when I was a child, I remember I used to ask a lot of questions. And I remember one time when I was like, I probably was still in elementary or something, but I remember one time where I asked my uncle a question, and my aunt had told her son, like, well, he had said, "Boy, stop asking me all them questions. I'm hitting them back to back. You know how kids do. I'm hitting them back to back with questions." And so he said, "Boy, stop asking all them questions. You asked me the question." And so my aunt immediately said, "Don't tell him that, baby. Ask whatever you want to ask." But the damage or the work was done, because at that point I just stopped asking questions. It's like I didn't want to bother nobody. I didn't want to, so I stopped asking questions. However, the questions didn't stop in my mind. I just stopped asking them. And so what that did was set me on a path to where I would always just think about things and look at things and reflect on things and try to figure it out on my own. That had its pros and cons too, because a lot of it is figuring out on your own. You have to do your own levels of investigation. They say the best teacher is the teacher of experience. It's a lot of things that I know because I've experienced some things. Yeah, I've read and studied a lot, but I studied life. A lot of people like to discount a student of life as though a student of books is far better and far greater than a student of life. When a student of books only tell you things about life, but it's giving it to you from another individual's interpretation. So how about when you study it for yourself? Yeah, true enough, I studied books too. However, I studied life for a long time. I studied people. I studied their behavior. I studied all kinds of things, but I believe my reason for studying people in the way that I did because it was my way of protecting myself. It was my way of protecting my mom and those close to me because I needed to understand. Well, as time went on, still today, I ask questions because I need to understand. Not everybody likes questions though. Some people feel like if you watch long enough, you don't have to ask the question. And I believe that that's true, but however, my interpretation of something might not be the correct interpretation. So instead of assuming, because I don't like assuming, and I don't like people to assume things with me. I don't like people to assume they understood what I said or know what I'm doing or know why I did what I did or know why I asked the questions I asked. I'd rather people ask the question. I'd rather you seek understanding. I'd rather you seek clarity. I'd rather you seek confirmation. To me, that's the way of the wise, the way of an intelligent individual, to me. But if you go through lands and looking at things and you say, well, I can tell by the way a person do this, that, and another that this is why they done it. But that may not be the case. I mean, I used to do that actually. And I've been reprimanded and corrected so many times to where I get it. You can't just assume you know why a person do what they do. But again, you can't change nobody. You only can change the way you deal with people. So when I say that it's my need to understand is a blessing and a curse. I'm sorry, y'all. Shit. But my need to understand is a blessing and a curse because the human being is a social creature by nature, and we have a natural and instinctive desire to be accepted. And I prefer peace over war. I prefer unity over division. I prefer being liked over being disliked. I prefer being loved over being hated. You know what I'm saying? So naturally, when someone finds contention with me for whatever it is that I do, I mean, it can be disturbing, you know? But in a way, that's what I mean when I say it's a blessing and a curse, because my need to understand just don't resonate with everybody. You know? Don't everybody value understanding the same way. Don't everybody value a need to be sure, to be clear, to be accurate, to be correct. Not everybody value that in the same way. Most people just think they know. That's a whole nother subject though. I need to know, but even more I need to understand. And I desire to be understood correctly over being right. Peace and blessings.